I do think there's something wrong with lying about it.
Hey, guess what? Joe Rogan just stirred up some major drama about Jake Paul.
And I'm a fat I don't do steroids, and I take it as a compliment because there's no other excuse to me knocking out all of your champions.
Joe Rogan has really stirred the pot with some juicy rumors about Jake Paul, and he's even issued a stark warning to Jake about his upcoming fight with Mike Tyson. On top of that, Rogan didn't hold back when talking about Jake's chances against Mike Tyson. He gave a pretty blunt warning. If Jake thinks he can beat Tyson, he's in for a rough reality check. Rogan emphasized that Tyson's experience, raw power, and legendary status in the boxing world make him a formidable opponent, one that Jake is unlikely to defeat no matter how hard he trains or whatever other tactics he might be using. According to Rogan, Jake doesn't stand a chance.
There's not a fucking chance in hell that Jake Paul would survive against the Mike Tyson that beat Marvis Frazier. You ever watch that fight?
Yeah.
That's my favorite Mike Tyson fight, because that was Mike Tyson before he won the title. It was ABC Wide World of Sports, and Joe Frazier had been talking shit about Tyson, that he was in his prime, he'd beat Tyson, and so he had his son fight Tyson, and it was an execution. It was an execution.
Is that the one in Atlantic City where it lasted one round?
One round.
Now, remember, all of this is just rumor territory for now. There's no concrete proof that Jake Paul is actually juicing.
Responded to the challenge.
Dana, I accepted every part of your challenge. I said I would fight Masvidal in MMA. Steroid test me whenever the you want. It is 2 weeks after my fight, and I am a fat I don't do steroids, and I take it as a compliment because there's no other excuse to me knocking out all of your champions than this kid does steroids. Look at me. Look at that. A fat. If you steroid test me, then I want to steroid test every one of your fighters. Ooh, you want to do it though, will you?
Jake Paul isn't just defending himself against these steroid allegations. He's going on the offensive.
I'm in St. Bart's, one of the nicest beaches in the world. You're ruining my vacation. We were on a yacht party last night. You have been caught with coke and hookers every other week, and you think that like with all the money that you have, like billionaire or some shit, that you would get some fucking Botox because your forehead looks like a motherfucking GPS Google map, like all the lines in it and shit. And you say Masvidal is a pay-per-view superstar. Let's go to his last Instagram post. 5,000 likes or 10,000 likes or some shit. Do you realize that my mom, Pam, gets more likes than your pay-per-view superstars? Men lie, women lie, Dana White lies, numbers don't. You want to talk shit about my manager, who is the CFO of your company that helped you sell it to Endeavor, $4 billion?
Guy that's standing in the middle, apparently that's his manager. And that guy used to be an accountant for me.
You're just a jealous, ugly fuck. You don't know what true happiness is. You're the definition of a unhappy billionaire who thought that money was gonna make their lives better. I feel bad for you. Long story short, you addressed nothing that I said. I accepted your challenge. I said I would fight MMA. I said that I would retire from boxing, and you avoided all of that shit. Hold on. Also, instant replay, there was a UFO in the back of this video. Side note, but like fucking Joe Rogan, aliens, we're all fucked. It shows that you are in a corner. You're a dog in a corner trying to fight to save his whole company and the embarrassment that I've put you through. Everybody sees it, and what you can't accept or love or appreciate is that I'm trying to change the sport forever, and you are one of the most selfish capitalistic motherfuckers that I've ever seen, and everybody else needs you, Dana. I'm the only person that doesn't need you, and I don't give a fuck about you. But all these people, all your fighters, all of them, they can't say shit because you'll just bench them. You met your maker. I'm not gonna stop. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen.
Jake Paul's response to Dana White's comments has definitely been intense. On his podcast, Rogan didn't let up. He doubled down on his doubts about Jake Paul's chances in the ring.
Oh, he's in savage mode right now. He's in savage mode. If I was Jake Paul right now, I would be shitting my pants.
Oh, bro! If I'm fighting this guy and I see he's eating raw meat, I call the fucking thing off.
It's all the experiences that he has had as a conqueror. You have to take those into consideration. When a man has smashed men before, just smashed men, like when no one can stand in front of him, that is in his mind still. That's in there. There's a dark chamber in his mind that he can open up.
Yeah.
And I think he's got it open. The question is, can his body move along with it? But that part of his mind, like you're clearly seeing, he's terrifying when he's in the zone.
Meanwhile, Jake Paul's bold challenge to Dana White added another layer of intensity to the feud. By publicly calling out Dana and questioning the fairness of singling him out for drug testing, Jake positioned himself as a fighter both in and out of the ring. The reactions from fans and pundits have been all over the place. Some agree with Rogan, seeing Tyson's legacy as insurmountable for Jake. Others see Jake's challenge to Dana as a savvy move to deflect criticism and assert his innocence. As for where this goes next, it's anyone's guess. With these strong personalities involved, one thing's for sure: the saga of Jake Paul versus the establishment isn't ending anytime soon. What do you all think about the allegations against Jake Paul? Do you believe the rumors that he might be using steroids, or do you think it's just speculation and gossip? Your opinions matter. Let's hear what you have to say.
It's amazing, but we're about to hit a team breathwork session, which is a ritual we've done for every fight.
I'm going to tell you something that you need to hear, and you need to hear it now, about Jake Paul, the boxer. I may be the only guy on the internet who's saying this, and I'm kind of taking a risk and even putting this out there for you to hear. But Jake Paul is not winning boxing matches because he is talented, although he is. He's not winning matches because he's a good boxer, although I guess he is. Jake Paul is winning matches because Jake Paul is practicing the occult. He is practicing a new age form of Satanism, and he even shows himself doing it. He doesn't hide this. Jake Paul is an occultist and is getting spiritual power from a dark force that is enabling him to win boxing matches.
Using a breathwork technique to go into a non-ordinary state.
Maybe there's some weird spiritual higher powers controlling this career.
If I were to tell you that Jake Paul worships Satan, and that's why he's so successful as a YouTuber and as a professional athlete, would that be a correct statement? Probably not. But it really wouldn't be that far off to say that. Jake Paul is into some kooky stuff.
Not just me in the ring. It's all of my guidance. It's all of my ancestors. It's all of my spiritual helpers. There's some weird spiritual...
Hey, did you heard this wild rumor about Jake Paul recently? So, you know how people love to spread crazy stories, right? Well, there's been some chatter online that Jake Paul is a Satanist. I know, it sounds pretty out there, and just to be clear, it's all just rumors with no proof at all. But the story is kinda fascinating, so let me fill you in. Apparently, some folks have been picking apart his YouTube videos and social media posts, looking for any signs of him being into Satanism. They claim to have found weird symbols and hidden messages in his content. There was this one time he wore a shirt with some strange symbols on it, and people went nuts, saying it was some kind of satanic imagery. Again, no proof, just people speculating. What's even crazier is that some conspiracy theorists are saying he might be part of a secret cult or something. They point to his rapid rise to fame and success as being too good to be true, implying he must have made some sort of dark pact. I know, it's like straight out of a movie plot, but remember, there's absolutely no real evidence to back any of this up. It's mostly just people having fun with theories and trying to find patterns where there probably aren't any. But so far, it's just hearsay.
And Mike?
Yeah, I got him.
You got to?
It's war, bro. All is fair in love and war. I love the guy, but as soon as it turned into a pro fight, one of us has to die.
all the stuff that he said about you, he was the most complimentary person of you and everything that you did.
Yeah.
And now you guys are turning on each other like this.
At the end of the day, it's war, and sometimes you just have to go to war, put it all on the line, but I still have the utmost respect for him, and I think he can say the same about me and what I've done for the sport.
And that helped drive you through all of those matches, all those wins you had?
I always believe that adversity. I always believe that adversity or nervousness, it like pretty much catapulted me into success. If I didn't have these feelings, I wouldn't go into this fight. I have to have these feelings to fight. Without them, I would never go in the ring. I don't know, maybe it has something to do with my tripolar tendencies or something, but I don't think I'll be smoking for this fight, and I think I'm gonna be really, really irritable.
Mike Tyson is furious at Jake Paul for disrespecting Cruz D'Amato. Apparently, Jake made some comments about Cruz D'Amato, who was Tyson's legendary trainer and mentor. You know how close Tyson was to Cruz, right? That guy basically shaped Tyson's career and life, so it's no wonder Tyson took it personally. From what I gathered, Tyson didn't hold back in expressing his anger. He's got that fierce loyalty to the people who helped him rise, and Cruz is at the top of that list. It's like, imagine someone talking trash about your favorite teacher or a grandparent who really believed in you and pushed you to be your best. That's the kind of bond Tyson had with Cruz. Jake Paul is known for stirring the pot, but going after someone as important to Tyson as Cruz D'Amato is just asking for trouble. Tyson's reaction was intense, which is totally expected given how much he respects and owes to Cruz.
H2O Sil, what can you guarantee they're going to get for their money on July 20th? The gods sent us for a war of the ages, and I respect Mike. He's a legend, but it's time. It's my time now. There's a reason why I have the same birthday as Cus D'Amato, because I'm going to teach you how to box, Mike.
Okay.
Tyson got furious, and honestly, it's hard to blame him. Disrespecting someone's mentor, especially someone as significant as Cruz D'Amato, is a low blow. It's kind of a no-brainer that Tyson would defend Cruz's honor so passionately. Tyson's loyalty to Cruz runs deep. When Jake Paul crossed that line, Tyson's anger was immediate and intense. It's like you can mess with a lot of things, but not with the memory of someone so important. It's no surprise Tyson reacted the way he did. Jake Paul disrespected Cruz, and Cruz was like a father to Tyson. Imagine someone talking bad about someone you deeply respect and love. Of course, you'd be furious. Tyson is gearing up big time. He's really serious about it and wants to show Jake what real boxing is all about. He's been talking about how he's going to train hard and get in top shape for this match. Tyson's planning to use his experience and skills to teach Jake a lesson in the ring. He's got that fierce determination, and he's not taking this lightly at all. It's like Tyson wants to remind everyone, especially Jake, why he's a legend in boxing. He's probably focusing on a mix of his classic powerful punches and smart strategies. You know Tyson, he's got that killer instinct, and he's all about proving a point. So get ready, because Tyson is coming in strong, and he's ready to make a statement with this fight. He's more than ready. Tyson is super focused and determined. He's been training hard, getting back into his old fighting shape.
Never knocked out a real man. Come on.
He's questioning your power, Jake. He's saying you haven't knocked out a legitimate fighter of his ilk.
He didn't knock out Tommy Fury.
Your response to that, Jake? Hey, look, he's right. I can't stand here and say I did those things, but what I promise to the people is on July 20th, Mike will be put to sleep, and he will feel my power, and I will go down as the man who put Tyson to sleep for the last time. Mike, let me ask you this. For the 200 million who will be watching this fight around the world, well over 80,000 people that will be in AT&T Stadium, what can you guarantee these people they will get on July 20th when you step in the ring with Jake Paul?
Listen, we're here. We did enough talking. I'm ready to fight.
Jake Paul, same question. For these people who come out, they're going to pay their hard-earned money to AT&T Stadium. They're going to get to see you, Mike Tyson. Folks, that's the main event.
I can't even get mad at this guy because everybody knows this guy's talking out of his ass. I can't even get mad at this guy.
We get to the co-main. Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano. Let me go to the undisputed.
Cruz saw potential in Tyson that no one else did. He believed in him and molded him into a world-class boxer. His relationship with Tyson was built on mutual respect, trust, and a deep emotional bond. He saw in Tyson the culmination of his life's work and dreams. For Kuz, Tyson was the fighter who could carry on his legacy and prove the effectiveness of his training philosophies and principles.
He didn't believe in running. He said, why don't you clean your room? You're running out there all day, you should clean your room. He just believes you go in the ring, you box all day, box all day. 'Cause that's what you're doing. You ain't gonna be running out in the he said, you're not in a track meet. You're out there running all day, wasting your time. You could have been there cleaning your room or something. I thought, God, this guy's nuts.
Boxing, that's because even back then, it's so old school.
I just like the whole thing, the running and everything that goes along with being a fighter. I mean, without that, by fighting is whack. The training, what's the perseverance, the struggle, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, it's the best feeling in the world to get something like that done, too.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Once you win the morning, you win the day.
So what are some of the other things that you tracked when you were training, other than maybe the minute miles, like calories?
How many punches I thrown.
You did?
Yeah.
How did you guys track how many punches you threw?
Well, they count as many, they can't else, they film it, then they count it when they film them.
So they would have somebody filming, sparring, and bag work and counting punches?
Yes.
Many people believe Mike Tyson has a good chance against Jake Paul. Tyson's got decades of experience and skills that made him a heavyweight champ, plus his determination is legendary. Jake Paul's newer to boxing, so some think Tyson's got the edge. Jake Paul hasn't directly responded to any accusations of disrespecting Kuz D'Amato. It's important to note that controversies or allegations involving public figures can often be complex and multifaceted, and responses or the lack thereof can vary widely based on individual strategies or preferences. What are your opinions to this?
He just met me. I'm a little kid. He said, you're gonna be the world champ.
It's interesting, Mike. You get emotional when you talk about cuss. But you said Cuss didn't like it when you showed emotion.
Oh, he didn't like that.
Why didn't he want you to show emotion? Did he equate it with weakness?
I don't know what he did.
You okay?
Yeah, how could I ever do an interview about him when I start crying? You had this guy know that I didn't know I was the one.
Well, you were a specimen.
It takes more than that to be a fighter. Yeah, just talking about my character and my discipline, and I didn't know what discipline was, so he explained to that. Discipline is doing what you hate to do, but do it like you love it.
Mike, did you love him or you were afraid of him?
Both.
Really?
Yeah, both.
How did you reconcile that, loving him and being afraid of him?
How do you reconcile that? You're his slave. If he told me to kill you, I would kill you.
Really?
Yeah. Listen. I'm a young black kid from the hood,
right?
And if you said something disrespectful about my fighting, because I'm gonna beat you and stop punching you.
Right. Okay.
So, I said I dedicate my life to him for that. I wish I could say he was just this white man I played. I wish I could say that.
Right.
But that's not how it goes.
Mm-hmm. You miss him to this day? Do you think, Mike, that if he had lived, that your life would have been different?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
No doubt.
Yes, Mike Tyson appears to be serious about fighting Jake Paul. Tyson has shown interest in exhibition matches and has continued to train and stay active in the boxing world. His participation in such events demonstrates his commitment to the sport and willingness to engage in high-profile matchups, including potential bouts against figures like Jake Paul. While the specifics of any future fights can vary based on negotiations and scheduling, Tyson's continued involvement suggests a serious approach to these opportunities. Here is Teddy Atlas sharing some stories of Mike and Kuz.
It's an interesting story. So, as Rob just said, I'm going to be asked to, on SportsCenter, to talk about, to kind of promote the whole day of boxing, because ESPN has a fabulous treasure chest of fight films that they bought for $80 million years ago from Bill Caton. Him and Jim Jacobs had collected this fight film, Big Fights Incorporated, and they bought it from him, and of course those were the two managers, the two original managers of Tyson. And when Tyson was about 15 years old, obviously I was training him, and me, him, and Cuss, we were watching a Larry Holmes fight back in the days when the fights, you remember, Rob, when the fights, and all the fans remember, back in those days it was on network television on Saturday, Sunday afternoons, Wild World Sports, NBC, whatever. I don't remember what it was on. I don't remember who he was fighting. But there was Larry Holmes, you know, fighting in our living room, and we're watching it, and Cuss, the great Cuss Romano, you know, my mentor, and he says to me, you know, your guy, meaning this kid sitting over there that was 15 years old, but was probably about 210 pounds already, solid, you know, and he says he could beat Larry Holmes right now if it was only a 3-round fight. But he doesn't have the experience to maintain it beyond 3. Then he would, you know, break down. But one day he will have that experience. And because of a flaw, and then he turns to Tyson, because of a flaw in Larry Holmes that you can see here, you will knock him out with a right hand over his jab. Because when he throws his jab, he doesn't move his head. He stays stationary in one place. And if you're not afraid to throw the punch, and by then you won't be, and if you're not hesitant to throw it and not worried about getting hit, you can time the right hand right over it and you knock out Larry Holmes. So here it is, fast forward years later, and of course I'm gone from Tyson. I'm training fighters, I'm living in New York, and Larry Holmes and Mike Tyson are getting in the ring. And actually, it was a couple days before the fight, and I wonder if I'm about to mention somebody, I wonder if he watches the podcast, I'm sure he does, but a friend of mine, Randy Gordon, he used to be the commissioner of New York, he used to be the Ring Magazine editor, I believe, and he also did commentary for ESPN. And so we were talking, and he said, who do you like in a fight? He said, of course, Tyson. And I believe he said he liked Holmes. So I said, no, Tyson's going to knock him out. I said, I'll make you a bet. I'll make you a bet for a steak dinner in a good restaurant where I only win if Tyson knocks him out. So he said, all right, I'll take that bet. As a matter of fact, I'm feeling a little cocky. I'll take it a step further. I should have made it odds. I should have said, give me 4-1, you know? Yeah. But I wasn't thinking that way. I said, matter of fact, even better. If he doesn't knock him out with a right hand, I don't win. He's going to knock him out with a right hand. Even better, he's going to knock him out early. Because I figured that since he was 15 years old, he was told he was going to knock out Larry Holmes with a right hand. If you know that, and you have that information, that belief, you're not going to wait until the 10th round to do it. You're going to do it early. Sure enough. So Randy Gordon must have thought I was crazy. He said, all right, you got that bet. And there I am watching the fight. And all I knew in my mind, I knew Tyson was going to knock him out. And I just was hoping it was with the right hand. And sure enough, in the 4th round, Holmes throws a jab, bang. The right hand comes over, down goes Holmes.
Many boxing enthusiasts and fans of both Tyson and Jake Paul are excited about the prospect of this fight. Tyson being a legendary former heavyweight champion known for his power and ferocity, and Jake Paul, a controversial but popular figure in the entertainment and boxing world, promise an intriguing clash of styles and personalities. There's a strong sense of curiosity surrounding the fight. People are eager to see how Tyson, with his decades of experience and formidable reputation, matches up against Jake Paul, who has been active in promoting himself through high-profile boxing matches against non-professional opponents. On the flip side, some critics question the legitimacy of such a matchup. They argue that it may undermine the integrity of professional boxing, or that it's merely a spectacle designed for entertainment rather than a serious sporting event. The fight has sparked controversy due to Jake Paul's polarizing persona and his unconventional rise in the boxing world. Some view his involvement in high-profile matches as a publicity stunt.
Do you have any dislike for Jake Paul? Like, you want to teach him a lesson?
I would do just that, but dislike him, you know, never for money, only glory. I would never risk my health for money.
Listen, will you please promise me you're going to kick this guy's ass and shut him up, please?
Hey, I would do just that for you. I don't think he's faster than me.
Right. How hard are you training?
I train every day.
Okay, how many hours a day are you training?
I take it serious, listen. And that's my personality. Like right now, I'm scared to death. But as the fight gets closer, the less nervous I become because it's reality. And in reality, I'm invincible.
My question today is if we could bring Cus D'Amato back with us for 15 minutes. It's a three-part question for you. What would be one thing you always wish you told him but never got a chance to tell him?
Don't make me cry. Why'd you ask me that question? I would say,
David.
I would say, they call me the greatest.
And Pat, with your permission, can I continue? Can I ask the second part to that question? What moment in your life do you wish he was here to witness that he didn't get a chance to?
First title. Yeah, my first title fight. Nigga, you got me crying in this.
I mentioned many details of this saga, but there's something else very huge that is happening in the wait for this fight. So check out this deep dive where I'll tell you other rumors that are buzzing in the boxing community. You will learn new shocking claims that are attracting people's attention. Click on the screen to watch the deep dive, and thanks for watching this video.